Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I get my layered haircut at home. I get a lot of questions about my haircut and I do cut it myself, and I love it because there's so many layers, and best of all, I get to keep my length, so I get to keep my long hair. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more videos like this one. And I don't go to the salon anymore. I cut my own hair because I actually really love the way my hair comes out when I cut it, and the salon just never got it right. And if you're interested, then keep on watching. Now, the first thing I want to do is straighten all my hair. And as you can see right now, my hair looks really ratchet and it needs some serious cutting. So I'm using a hair straightener here that has like a brush attached to it, and it makes it so much easier, guys. You can brush and straighten your hair at the same time. Everything is just quicker, and I will leave this linked down below for you guys if you're interested. Next, I'm going to part my hair down the middle. Now I'm going to take from the middle of my scalp down to my ears, where my ears start, and I'm going to separate the hair in the front. Now, this is the hair that we're going to be working on first, and the rest of the hair, I'm just going to tie it in the back so that it's out of my way and out of my face. So these are the layers that are going to be framing our face. That's why we're going to work on it first, and the first thing I'm going to do is create a guide. This is going to be the guide that we're going to be using to cut the rest of our hair. So I'm going to separate a little bit of hair from the top and take it all the way up and hold it tightly, and then we're going to start cutting. Now, we're going to cut in a straight line, and I know that looks like a lot of hair. That looks kind of scary, but point cut upwards, and I promise you it's going to turn out so pretty. And we're going to be using this guide now to cut the rest of the hair. So take a little bit of that and then mix it in with one side of the hair, and I'm going to take that side of the hair and bring it up and diagonal. We're not going to bring it all the way up. We're going to make it like a little bit of a diagonal, and I'm going to use my comb so that everything is straight, and you're going to see the guide sticking out right there. So we're going to be cutting the hair according to the guide. So cut where your guide is and point cut upwards. I know that looks like a lot of hair, but I promise it's going to turn out really pretty. And see, as you can see right there, you actually really do get to keep your length, and your layers just come out really feathered and beautiful and blended. And we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Brush the hairs up and diagonal, and you're going to see your guide right there sticking out. That's where you're going to cut. And we're going to cut off all of that dead hair and recreate our layers. So point cut upwards. The reason why we're point cutting is because it just helps the layers to blend more easily, and it doesn't give you that choppy blunt look. So as you can see here, everything just came out really even, and we're going to start working on the rest of our hair. I'm going to part it down the middle and bring it to the front, and I'm going to be working on one side at a time. The side that I'm not working on, I'm going to tie it just to keep it out of my way. And I'm going to work on this side. Now I'm going to take a chunk of my hair and mix it in with the guide. And then I'm going to brush that up and diagonal, and we're going to start cutting. Now we're going to cut this a little bit differently. So do you see the guide right there? We're going to cut an inch lower than that guide because we're creating our second layer. So cut 1 inch lower than your guide and cut all that dead hair off. Like, that hair looks really dead. And point cut upwards. Remember to do that so your layers are nice and blended. Now we just created our second layer, and you can see right there everything just blended in really nicely. And then taking some of the hair that I just cut, I'm going to take the rest of the hair and brush that up, and make sure you brush the back up too, just so there's no knots or chunks that are going to be uneven. Now the second guide that we created, you can see that it's sticking out right there. We're going to cut 1 inch lower than our second guide and point cut that upwards, and that's going to be our last layer. That's going to be our third layer. And we're done with one side basically. So now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. You want to grab a chunk of hair and then pull it up and to the side, and then you're going to see the guide right there. We're going to cut 1 inch below that guide. So point cut upwards 1 inch below that one, and that's going to create our second layer on the other side. And then you can see the layers they're coming out really pretty. And then we're going to take the rest of our hair, brush it upwards and in a diagonal way, and then we're going to cut 1 inch away from our second layer. So you're going to see the guide right there. We're going to see our second guide and our first guide right there. And you're going to cut an inch away from the second one. And I really love this haircut, you guys, because it just gives me so much volume, and it's perfect. It's exactly the way that I want it, and it's right for me. So as you can see, there's a lot of layers, there's a lot of volume, and everything comes out so even and blended and pretty. And you can stop right there, or you can go on to blend your layers a little bit more, which is what I like to do. So I brush all my hair to the front, and then any straggly pieces that you see, you can just cut those off just to make your layers even more even and blended. So just cut off any pieces that look like they don't belong there. And then here's another option. So you take one side of your hair, you pull it all the way to the side, and you want to make sure that it makes like a diagonal shape, and all of the pieces that stick out, you can just cut those out. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to brush all of the hair up and in a diagonal way, and then everything that sticks out of like that diagonal shape, you just want to chop those off. And this is just an optional step that I like to do just to make sure that my layers are all even and just, you know, they flow together really nicely. And I love this haircut because you can keep it straight, you can keep it natural, you can curl it, you can wave it, you can do anything you want to it. Any style looks amazing on it, and there's so much volume. And best part, you get to keep your length. So the salon would always cut my length off, and here I just really am in love with this haircut, and I wanted to share with you guys an updated version because all my other versions, the lighting is not that good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. I do upload every single week, and I have so many exciting videos coming up for you guys. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.